Yeah, because it's related, and people are like, "What are you doing out with this?" But it's like, I don't know why. I mean, I'm not coming for anyone. I don't get it. So I think that makes sense. I think I would do like an hour a day as
Yeah.
well if I would. This wasn't my job, as opposed to 100 hours a day like I do now. But I
So
get it. But what was I going to say? So as far as the reunion,
yes.
well, a couple of things. First of all, we never talked about Kathy Hilton last week.
I know. And wait, one thing before we get into this.
Yeah, we can get
I want
into
to say
more. And so by the way, so I don't know about Chris, the producer. Like that's the other thing to close that out. Like, I wonder, like, is Lisa gonna respond? Like, I mean, what is she gonna say to this?
I'm tempted to text him and just say WTF. Like, I mean, shed some light. What were you thinking?
Well, Kathryn, if you text the man that said this and then he texts you back, here behind the velvet rope, these wonderful people that have given up more of their time and say such good things about you, they would like to know exactly what he says. See, everybody, I'm on your side.
I like Chris. I like him. I think, he takes his job serious. He's all about delivering a good show. And yeah, but anyway, but back to what we talked about at the beginning of last week, the dresses. I looked at them differently. I like Dorit, Crystal, and Kathy Hilton. I saw Kathy Hilton's dress, it was nice. It's sitting down. It was a little maybe too red or something for me, but I saw the whole thing. Crystal, great. I mean, a little conservative, but nice for a first season. And Dorit, the dress was great.
For me, it's still, well, for me, I mean, Kathy, yes, I like the dress is perfect for Kathy. Like it, love it. Mm-hmm. And I still, you know what it is? It's kind of like here behind the velvet rope. I make this look so easy. So with 5 freaking shows a week, yeah. I'm like, if I went down to one show like a normal person, so then I have like an off, like one day someone's like, when are you going to have another Bravo guest? I'm like, it's been one fucking day. Like there's 5 shows. Like, sorry. So, but I make it look too easy. The point is with Dorit, I think she's upped her game so much that I do normally love, like I love a label. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So when she's wearing that big coat with like the big LV, and I also love Louis. Louis is just my thing in Gucci. Right. And then she's like head to toe Louis. I know it is so obnoxious, but I do love it. That I feel like Dorit's bar is so high that I thought it was nice. But I still have to say, I mean, everyone hates it. I don't mind Rinna's purple snake or whatever. To me, it's the purple snake. That's like, I don't know. I kind of find it kind of humorous. Like, it's kind of like you are the snake, so own it.
Yeah. It was a little Barney-ish.
Most people do not like it. So
no, I'm not her hair, the slick back ponytail, that was all fine. I just didn't like not at all.
Crystal's
great body. She could have worn something a little bit not so but that's just me. A little bit more elegant, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Not so edgy. I would have liked to have seen her in something a little bit more elegant.
There's just no, like the Potomac reunion was just filmed and the dress code was pink. They're all in various shades of pink. They always do that. They were yellow last year. I guess for Beverly Hills, you just do what you want. Yeah, I actually like having a color. I really do, because then you could really see the difference between everybody. Crystal, for me, like I know you said you liked it. It's too conservative. The whole thing, the color, the style, it's so conservative.
If she would have put some like really flashy jewelry on, and kind of probably did a little bit more makeup, a little bit more dramatic makeup or hair, I don't mind listen, you're talking to me in the turtlenecks. I am conservative with that stuff. So I didn't mind it. I just felt like she could have doozled it up, but it's her first season.
Speaking of that, I do think one of our nasty comments on YouTube was also that, like, you were in a tracksuit and I was like, now I'm in a black t-shirt. I was in a white t-shirt and they're like, who the hell are these two that they're criticizing people's fashions? Like, look at them.
Listen, we're not putting ourselves out there on a reunion. If I need to dress up to sit on my sofa while I'm drinking a beer, come on. I'm in my home having a beer on a Wednesday night.
Exactly. Like I dress up when I go out. It's like, it's right. Late and here we are. But Kathy, now I thought it was hilarious that Kathy did not recognize that was her backyard or whatever. That was really funny.
I like her.
And she brings the notes and it's like, okay, honey, these are called receipts. Like, this is like for many seasons. It's like, she's so authentic. It's so, I have to say, listen, not that I know either of these two people, but I've met Paris Hilton many times. Like, no, I don't know her, but like, I understand, like, Paris Hilton makes so much sense to me more. Like, I've always known who Kathy, it makes sense, right? Like, you understand Paris Hilton now.
Yes. Yeah.
You're like, I get it. Kathy to me is like, and she's friends with her. Kathy to me, because I just saw a picture, Kathy is like Candy Spelling, like just like Martha Stewart, like just has that, like, they make that look easy, like putting on, and yes, they have help and everything, but like when Kathy's going through, like, I mean, I wouldn't know the difference between this, you know what I mean? Like, Kathy is like that Candy Spelling DIY, like, right?
Yeah. Yes. Did you see, this is totally off the subject. Did you see Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart's birthday thing to Snoop Dogg on Martha Stewart's IG? Please, when we are done, you need to go to Martha Stewart's IG account. It is the best birthday tribute to Snoop Dogg. I love those two together.
Love. Now, do you know that this is going to be a whole show in and of itself. You can be the ones to interview me for this if you want when the time comes, because people want it. But I used to run. So after I practiced law, I went into like HR and recruiting. I used to run basically recruiting and hiring at Martha Stewart, like for Martha Stewart.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So that's a whole conversation. Literally, people are like, you need to do, I'm like, I'll do a show. Listen, I'll give like an honest opinion. Like, I'll tell you how it is. I don't,
sure.
But one time, so
difficult to work for.
Yeah, she's difficult.
Yeah.
Like yes, I don't mind someone difficult, to tell you the truth. Like, I'd rather almost have someone nasty and difficult than just like, what are you thinking? Like, I'm so confused. Like, are you upset with me? Because you don't seem to be, but now you are. And where the hell did that come from?
Right.
But yes, she is not an easy person to work for. So just keep that in the back of well, that's a whole nother story. It's so funny. Yeah. And then we'll get back. So like a side thing. So like, this show gets covered in all the media. So again, I won't mention the name of the publication, but there's one publication that was like, oh my God, like, we heard, on your show, you said this. So they called me and like, off the record, blah, 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 blah. Great. Off the record. What is it like to work at Martha Stewart? So we talked and I was like, just whatever, off the record. The next thing I know, the next morning, like the editor, this was like a major paper. This isn't like a blog, as you like to refer to her, Lindsay Cronin. This wasn't Lindsay Cronin in Reality Blurb. This was like a major the head of this publication calls me and they're like, we have to run this. And I'm just like, yeah. And it's just like,
were you still working for it?
No, it was like, it wasn't like ended to all, we're way past NDA, whatever the fuck I signed. Like, it's none of that. Mm-hmm. It was just like, well, why? Like, what do I get out of this? Like, why? Like, that's where like, I don't have an ego. It's more like, my name is in the press all the time for my job that I do now. It says, so that makes sense. There's a click through, maybe more clicks. This is like I have no problem coming for someone. Like, if you wrong me as a person, I would have done a complete smear piece on Martha. There's certain housewives I would do a complete smear piece on, but I'm like, she really never truly did not. There was nothing she ever did to me. Like, it was a working relation. Yeah.
Like how she likes it. And
So I was like, I'm not out for blood with Martha. Like, I have no qualms. And I'm like, I mean, are you offering 25,000, 10? Like, there's no, why would I agree? Because this will get picked up all over. And I have nothing against this woman.
No.
So it's like, and I'm just like, and they were so pissed. I'm like, you're still going to run my podcast when there's like something salacious that you can't help. Like, there was never that threat, but like, they were pissed as hell. But I'm like, it's not like I said, let's do this. I said off the record, I don't even want to talk about this.
Right.
So there you go. But Snoop and Martha together are like, it's gold.